Hmm. 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 What is going on, everybody? How we doing today? What is going on, smart moron in the chat on the YouTube? We are back on. We are back on the YouTube, and yeah, I wish I could say I was glad to be back. Excuse me. Not saying I'm not happy. Not saying I'm not happy that I have my YouTube channel back, but yeah, it's just you know when someone does something that fucks you over and then they fix it and they try and be like, "You're welcome," you know? And the thing is, they didn't even fix my shit. They didn't even actually fix it. So my last stream on YouTube, I forget exactly what day it was. It might have been a Friday stream. I'm pretty sure it was a Friday stream. I could be I could be wrong. Yeah, no. It was a Friday stream. I remember that. Excuse me. It was a Friday stream, and what happened is it got taken down on YouTube. The reason it got taken down on YouTube is because they said that their algorithm automatically picked up some kind of like firearm or something like that that was on the screen at some point. Now this has happened to me before. Before Blood Games One, I did a stream where I was kind of making some like final adjustments to my costume and things like that because I was on Blood Games One. And when I did that, I had to, well, I showed the BB gun, not even the BB gun. It's an airsoft gun, and it is clearly fake. It is so clearly a fake, not real fire. To call something a firearm is a very specific thing, right? Even the word gun is like it's not used in certain. It's like paintball, right? They don't call paintball guns. They call them markers in like pro paintball and stuff like that. That's like the, I guess you could say that's the technical term for it. They call them markers. And I don't know what they call airsoft guns if the technical term is gun, but they should probably call them something a little bit different here because even if it is meant to look like a real gun, it's not a real gun. That's just the way that it is, you know? But because I showed a fake gun, a not real gun, on the stream, it got taken down. And luckily for me, I was able to appeal it and they released the video, they re uploaded it, or whatever you would call it, and they did not strike my channel or anything like that. Now, this time around, my YouTube stream gets popped. I'm like, oh, that's fucking stupid, but whatever. I guess I'll just go ahead and appeal, and I'm sure they'll lift it. No, they didn't lift it. They didn't lift it. Instead, what they did was they said they were not going to lift it, but they also weren't going to punish me. They didn't admit that, like, oh no, actually there was nothing wrong. What they did was they said, oh no, actually we stand by our decision. But we're not going to punish you for it because they knew, because they fucking knew. You know, you you have two guns on either side of you, pimp. Fucking, what's going on, Black Toast? But yeah, that was like, and that's the thing too, is like they said they weren't gonna punish me, but also when I was like, okay, let's test out to see if I can still stream, because I figure that by now, like I figure that my streaming capabilities are probably not available to me, and sure enough, they weren't available to me. I could not stream, I couldn't schedule streams, whether it was through Streamlabs, whether it was through YouTube itself, streaming was not available to me. So yeah, I got the video taken down. They said they weren't going to punish me. I got punished, you know. And even YouTube is still being pussies about it, you know. Even YouTube is still being fucking complete assholes about it, you know. Where like I get the YouTube account thing on Twitter, the team YouTube. I get team YouTube to listen to what I say, and then I'm like, look, like there was no guns in here, but it said that there were guns. Like you are incorrect. They were incorrect about that. And sure enough, fucking they were like, "Oh, it seems like we've already reviewed this and they came to a final decision. It may not be what you wanted, but just know that we're trying to keep everything as safe on the platform as possible." And it's like guns. guns on the platform don't make anybody less safe. Guns don't make anybody less safe on the platform. What's going on, baby? We got a uh, you see that right there? The envelope. Yeah. Yeah, that was for Snoopy. Oh. Yeah, they gave us a little thing for his leash too. Not his leash, his collar, which he doesn't wear a collar. So. Oh no, yeah, I remember this. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, it's so fucking it's just so fucking disgusting, you know. Just the fake is what it is, you know. We're trying to keep everyone safe on this platform. Fucking first off, like, what is safe? The world is not meant to be safe completely and totally all the time. You think flying in an airplane is safe? It's not, but it happens every day. Fucking um you think driving in a car is safe? No, it's not, but it happens every day. And what the issue is that it's so common and it's so necessary. Thank you very much, Noah Colvin, for the $5. Thank you very much, man. You could have said something in there. I feel bad whenever someone just sends me money. They don't say anything because it feels like you're not getting your money's worth. But thank you very much for the five, man. Um, like there's nothing inherently unsafe about guns, you know. What is unsafe is how you utilize anything, you know. I have a water bottle right here. There's nothing inherently unsafe about this water bottle, or like I have a small dowel that I'm still trying to figure out what this thing is for. Imagine if this thing like got shoved into my eye. Imagine if I swallowed it. Imagine shoving it up my nose or something like that. Like, that's a situation where, yeah, that's not a really safe thing to be doing. But this in and of itself, I mean, it ain't doing anything, you know. And I know I'm being a fucking boomer about it, being like, oh, guns don't kill people, people kill people. I know that's what I'm doing, but it's just such a stupid fucking piece of shit thing to be like, oh no, you weren't actually guilty of the crime. We're gonna punish you for it anyway, and we're gonna tell you that it's under the guise of keeping everyone and everything safe, you know. At the end of the day, it's just political. You know, they don't want guns on the platform because people will think that guns are cool. Why do you think they went after FPS Russia? You know, somebody who I've been on PKA a few times. Why do you think they went after FPS Russia? That wasn't because they were like he's a real threat and he ordered weed through the mail. No, they were looking for ways to get at him, and he just happened to order weed through the mail, and they got him. Much in the same way that Al Capone didn't file his taxes. Not saying FPS Russia is Al Capone, but you get what I'm saying. They couldn't get him for what they wanted to get him for, which is owning guns, fucking just in general. So because of that, they had to try and get him other ways. It happens all the time, you know. Like if you, like you, here's one of the ways that gun rights are like infringed. They ask you when you apply for firearms licenses if you have any medical issues, including any kind of like mood disorders, or if you've ever taken like pills or anything like that. This is one of the reasons why they push mental health shit on us so much, is because they don't want us to own guns. It's just one of the few ways, that they'll like try and fuck around like that. And that's not the only reason why they push this mental health bullshit on us. It's just one of the reasons. But if you took pills at any point in your entire life, you will be disqualified from owning a firearm. You will not be allowed to own a firearm. It's not that it's enshrined in law, it's that the process is designed specifically to be that of a situation where they will be like, oh, he took pills? No. He mental health issues? No, 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 no. We can't have that. Doesn't matter that he was 14 years old and he was just doing what his parents told him to do. He's 30 now, and it was when he was 14 and he was being forced onto these pills, and he hasn't had any incidents since then, and all that stuff. No, 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 no. We can't allow this kid to have a firearm, or this man at this point, 30, 31, 32 years old. But the thing is, right? You don't have to. You have to. Well, let me make it very clear. You have to, by law, tell them, but they don't have any way to check it. So it creates a situation where, like, let's say I took pills when I was like 15 or something like that, or even just smoked weed or something like that, right? Doesn't even have to be like prescriptions for like disorders and mood shit and stuff like that. It can literally be that I just smoked weed one time. I, by law, have to put that down, but they also don't have a way to verify that information. So if I decided that I was going to fill out a firearms license application, and I put no under the have you ever used drugs or like been diagnosed with a mental disorder thing, and then later on here, I was like, yeah, actually, I smoke tons of weed. I could get in serious shit, federal charges. I could have federal charges slapped on me for that kind of thing, right? Um, and that's because they don't want people owning guns, you know? And that's what it is with YouTube. They just don't want guns to be normalized because if guns are normalized, then, there's other things that come with that, other things that come with that. But I don't know if you touched on this earlier, but H3H3 went scorched earth on iDubbbz earlier and had their boxing coach on to talk shit, hilarious and brutal. I try not to pay attention to internet drama, even if it is iDubbbz. But that was something that was so that piqued my curiosity. So I was literally listening to that while I lifted earlier. Literally listening while I lifted. That's very good alliteration there. But yeah, I was listening to that while I was lifting weights earlier. And I want to finish it. It's like a 3.5, 4 hour podcast. But it would be nice to listen to it. It would be nice to watch it. Um, yeah, like when it comes to shit like that, I try to avoid it, but also given the history that I have with iDubbbz's thing, which I'm not trying to excuse me, I'm not trying to act like I was like deeply involved with iDubbbz or Creator Clash or anything like that. But like you guys don't realize that as that situation with Froggy Fresh was unfolding, I was at fucking dinner with him. I was literally sitting across from him. We were at a crab shack in Providence, and he's giving me live updates as to what people are saying to him in the moment as like the controversy that would lead to him getting kicked out unfolded. And that was such a crazy fucking thing to like not be a part of it, but to be like right there as that was happening, you know. That's such like a fucking crazy thing. It's weird. And because of that, I like every now and again when something does happen with Ian and Anissa, I'm like, oh, I call him Ian now. He doesn't deserve the moniker iDubbbz, okay? He isn't being iDubbbz right now. He's being Ian is what he's being. He's being Ian. Um yeah, Zachary Vera. It is crazy. Fucking, I'm not the kind of guy who tries to be like, I was there, right? Like, but like I literally was there when Froggy Fresh got canceled, and it's such a crazy thing to think about, Fucking, we had just gotten done training. It was his last day of training, not with us, just with me, because the thing about Sam's boxing camps back when he was doing those is they were a team effort. I was just one piece of those things. It's just you guys aren't really aware of a lot of the other people for one reason or another. I don't know why I'm the guy who ended up on Fish Tank. I know Sean Bay, another really cool guy, also ended up on Fish Tank once or twice, but um I don't know why I specifically was the guy, but I just was. And yeah, it was my last day training Froggy Fresh. I was like, this is a fucking YouTube legend. I remember sitting there. I remember sitting there in class my senior year because this is when it came out. It was like 2012. That was like the beginning of my senior year. And like we're watching Krispy Kreme, who would become Froggy Fresh, and we were just like, holy shit, this is the greatest thing. So to have gotten to meet that guy, or to have gotten to meet Harley, fucking from Epic Mealtime, Harley Morenstein, um, another guy who we would be sitting in computer class goofing off and like this one kid would fucking throw on their shit, and we'd watch their stuff. We'd be watching him and Muscle's glasses fuck around on camera and all that shit, and that was like that was a really cool thing, you know. That was a really like really I feel fortunate to have been able to meet the people that I've been able to meet, where it's like it's people who remind me of a better time, or maybe not a better time, but remind me of certain days where it's like, oh, the good old days. Dudes who like I used to watch on not TV, but well, I mean Froggy Fresh on TV. He was on Tosh.0, et cetera, et cetera. You guys get what I'm saying. You guys get what I'm saying. You know, I feel very you know, I feel very fortunate, you know, and I really owe that to Sam and everybody, you know, Sam, Jet, meeting Pearl Davis as well. That's another crazy one. You know, like these people who I just like, whether I love them or hate them, because truthfully, like I wasn't really that big of a fan of Pearl Davis, and I'm not saying like I love the hell out of her now, but having met her, it's like, oh, all right, actually, like she's pretty cool chick, pretty cool chick. I kind of like her, you know. I like her. I like. But yeah, just stuff like that, you know, stuff like that, stuff like that. What's going on, Cherry Blossom? I don't know if you're still here. You know, I'm kind of behind on the chat here, kind of behind on the chat a little bit. So you know, what's going on though? Watching on Twitter, Twitch, Twitch.com, Twitch. That shit sounds like something Franz Kafka would write about. SMH, yeah, he probably would. Uh, just to add on to what Noah said, Anissa thought Sam Hyde was going to kill her in iDubbbz. Anissa also apparently showed people videos of Sam Hyde to get people on her side, but it apparently didn't work. iDubbbz boxing coach also said he was going to fire him because the coach yelling at him reminded him of his father yelling at him. Ooh, you know what that sounds like? That sounds like iDubbbz got put on some pills that make him extremely emotional, and he needs to get off those pills. It sounds like iDubbbz is probably on SSRIs or some other kind of like mood stabilizing bullshit, quote unquote stabilizing bullshit that does the exact opposite of anything and anything of anything and everything like that. Because I can remember kids that I knew in school who they would get on those pills. They'd be like normal functioning, like, you know, boys who are like 12, 13, 14, 15 years old. And then they would get on those pills, and those pills would absolutely fuck them up to the point where it's like anyone who's like, hey, come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. It ends up being a situation where like the dude breaks down and starts like fucking bawling his eyes out and shit like that. Like the like it's just I've seen that before. I've seen that before. iDubbbz needs to get off the pills. Not that he's sitting here watching my shit, but like iDubbbz, get off the pills, man, you know? Like whatever your fucking dumbass psychiatrist is trying to tell you, they're a grifter. That's all they're doing is they're fucking grifting, and they don't care if you live or die. They literally don't care if you live or die, so long as their insurance payments keep hitting their fucking account on time. They don't give a fuck. You could die in front of them, and they'd be like, oh well, you know, it's unfortunate. Anyway, so looks like Tuesday at 3 o'clock opened up. Secretary lady, yo, secretary bitch, yo, we gotta fill Tuesday at 3 p.m. Like that's the type of shit that would end up happening, you know. You cannot trust somebody who is paid to give a fuck, because they don't give a fuck. They give a fuck about money, you know. And yeah, so just be careful with that. Just be careful with that. I'm not even saying like all therapists are bad. Like there's been one therapist in my life, meaning one psychologist, not psychiatrist. There's a big difference between those two things. You learn the difference if you don't already. But there was one psychologist who was a really cool guy. His name was Irv, and he's probably dead now. I hope not, but he probably is. Dude's, Jewish as fuck. He used to literally sit there like, ugh, you know, I told, because he was a martial arts guy too. We kind of bonded over this. But he was like more of a 1970s karate type guy, and me, my thing's MMA, and we just happened to start talking about that, and he's like, oh, you're not into the that mixed martial arts stuff, are you? With all the hitting each other on the ground and all that. Ugh. you know he was a really nice guy. I felt like I could trust him. That was the one psychologist that, like, if somebody asked me where to go, I'd be like, hey, try and get in touch with this guy, even if you're in like California, see if he can figure out Zoom or something like that. So, like, what I'm saying is, like, just be careful with that type of shit. Be careful with that type of shit. Psychiatrists, never trust those assholes. Do not trust them under any circumstances, um what else was said? Just to add on to what Noah and Anissa said, no, what Noah said, Anissa. Oh, just to add on what Noah said, Anissa thought Sam Hyde was going to kill her and iDubbbz. No, she didn't. No, she fucking didn't. That's that class. Like, this is. I saw this back when I was paying attention to the political sphere. I saw this every fucking time there was a meme that came out, like the OK sign. People would do like the OK sign, and like the left, the left, the regressive left, as Sargon of Akkad would call them, the regressive left. They would purposefully misconstrue things to sound like it's like white power symbols and things like that, and that's literally what the OK symbol was supposed to be, because it's the 1, 2, 3 W, and then there's supposed to be like a P, so it's supposed to be like white power and shit like that. What's it called? Like, people would start doing that as a joke to be like, oh ho ho ho, look, aha, I'm putting up the OK symbol. What do you think that means, lefty? What do you think that means, regressive leftist? And what the leftists would do every single time would be like, oh, he's making a white power symbol, oh no. And then they would call the police, and the police would take it seriously. They would call people's jobs, and their jobs would take it seriously. They would fire the person who is doing the fucking OK sign, etc., etc. It's a situation where it's just like when LeBron James pretends he got knocked the fuck out. Somebody bumps into him, elbows. Excuse me. Excuse me. If you've ever seen LeBron James try and draw fouls, fucking elbows rub together for a second and he falls on the ground, he flops, That's what it is. It's people flopping, and that's what Anissa was doing, is she was flopping. I've been around Sam plenty of times. I've fought Sam. Not like literally like with malice, but we've sparred, and it's gotten like we've sparred decently hard before, and fucking, like, I've never felt like he was gonna try and like hurt me or anybody else. Like, just no, So that's just Anissa trying her hardest to justify not having somebody around, instead of just being like, no, I don't like him, I don't want him around. Which, like, that would have been so much more respectable. But the thing is, like, you're not allowed to dislike things unless it's the pre-approved thing to dislike. And even then, the pre-approved thing to dislike usually has like what is considered to be a kosher reason to dislike it, and that's just the way that it is. So what ends up happening is you have to intellectualize everything you dislike to the point where you can't just be like, yeah, that Sam Hyde guy, not really a fan of him, don't like him, not a fan of his sense of humor. Also, I feel disrespected over his attempt to play around with my documentary. I'm an artiste. I'm a documentarian artiste, and I didn't appreciate what he did with my documentary, and because of that, I don't want to be around him. Literally, that's all you had to do. But they couldn't do that because that puts it into a personal preference thing, as opposed to what is the only acceptable reason to dislike someone. when it comes to people of their ilk, which is, oh, but actually they don't support Palestine, and they were also a Nazi, and they're a brand risk, and they might kill me, and they're not they don't value safety and peace and the Middle East or my boxing event. And like it's always so fucking stupid, dude. It's so dumb, you know. Anissa knew what she was doing. Anissa knew what she was doing there, because I don't think iDubbbz and Anissa are not stupid. I think they're actually probably very intelligent people, but the thing is they have ego problems. There's probably some kind of narcissism or some other kind of dark triad type shit going on there. Where they just consistently have to double down, and it's almost demonic, because like it was like the way I heard it explained. I forget who even explained it. It was in a video. Was the reason why the demons that were cast out of heaven cannot be accepted back into heaven is not because God wouldn't forgive them if they repented, but for the simple fact that these beings are like, no, 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 we've made up our mind. We have made up our mind. I don't give a fuck if we're right or wrong. We've made up our mind. We're shacking up with this Lucifer guy, and we're doing our thing. We're doing our thing. You know, um, like God created humans to have free will and the ability to feel remorse and not be like single-mindedly driven towards something. Demons, on the other hand, don't have that. That's not something that they were created with, and because of that, there is just a constant digging themselves a deeper hole sort of thing that they are doing, and that's kind of how it is with Ian and Anissa. Is like it's just a constant digging a hole deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, and not having that self awareness to be able to be like, okay, so there's a lot of people angry at me. Um, Maybe I should check out their point of view, because even though I'm not gonna fall on the knife. I'm not gonna be like sitting here like, oh, you're right, I do suck right now. Fuck me, haha. um, I can at least understand where they're coming from, so that maybe we can meet in the middle. You know, because right now they're under the impression that people don't like them for the simple fact that he doesn't say the N word anymore. When I've never heard anybody say anything like that in the first place. Whenever you hear anybody talk about him, it's always, oh, he's being a fucking bitch. you know he's being a bitch. He's being a fucking bitch, dude. um Man, Anissa also apparently showed people videos of Sam Hyde to get people on their side, but it apparently didn't work. It's good. It's a good thing you said the last name, Smart Moron, on both of those messages, because I wouldn't have known who you were talking about. um no, but like, yeah, like it's just, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. You know, Alex, you see that guy? He's that guy that raped your monkeys. What? Only extremely smart women are on OnlyFans. Oh, of course, of course. Well, you see, um, morality has nothing to do with intelligence. I think if you are intelligent, you have more of a chance to be moral, or as moral as a human can be. But that doesn't mean that you are going to be that way. What ends up happening a lot with cults, right, is that you'll find there aren't a lot of actually like genuinely stupid people that exist in cults. And what can sometimes happen is these people assume that because they're not complete and total fucking morons, that it's totally fine, and they're, one, not gonna get caught in a cult in the first place, right? But then two, also, even if they were in a cult, they would be smart enough to leave, and that's not the way that kind of thing works. In the case of a cult, there's a little bit more to it than whether or not you're a narcissist, right? But it's just an example of how like intelligence is a predictor of success, but it's not a guarantor of success. If that makes sense, if it makes sense. I mean, it's pretty black and white. It's pretty black and white. if you're smart, only smart people are allowed to watch my streams. So if you're here, you're smart enough to understand what I'm saying. What I'm saying, okay, man. Somebody showed me a video of Alex B. Somebody showed me a video of Alex B talking shit about me, and that was the funniest thing. He's like, "You're on my shit list." He's watching me do some like light shadow boxing and shit like that, and it's like, all right, Alex. All right, Alex. Whatever you say, bro. Whatever you say. I'll be. You can be on. You can be on a. I can be on your shit list. You're gonna be on my hit list, boy. You're gonna be on my hit list. Where you're gonna be on. I. I. Um. Who just retired today? I don't know. Like we're switching between we're switching between. Okay. All right. Okay. Quit busting my balls. I gotta watch The Sopranos. I just got done with I just got done with what's it called? What did I just get done with? I just got done with Dexter, and I want to watch The Sopranos, but I can't because you got to pay for fucking subscriptions to watch it anywhere, and I don't feel like having to go to like fucking uh dog shit STD torrent dot fucking io to download it. You know, I don't feel like having to go to a shady website every time I want to watch it or some shit like that. You know, The Wire is good too. That's about Baltimore. I'd like to watch that too because like I do have a bit of a love for Baltimore and Maryland now that I've been there. So it's like, oh, cool. Get to take a little bit of a look. Get to take a little bit of a look. You know. Oh, excuse me. When did you get a double chin, brother? Fucking when I got fat, dude. That's when I got a fucking double chin. I'm I'm living like I'm finally able to take care of myself though is the good thing. I'm finally able to take care of myself, so that's this double chin by the end of the summer, if everything goes right, will not be here anymore. That is the good news. You know, I'm lifting 3 times a week, running 2 times a week, and then I'll also get a little bit of jujitsu and a little bit of a sparring in at the gym. So that's good. And then I'm also dieting. Not this week, I'll be honest with you, not this week because I got my black belt this week, and I was like, dude, I never do anything nice for myself. I'm gonna do 2 things. One, I'm gonna order an extra nice black belt that I'm gonna have embroidered with my clan's Schlugarum, which is slogan basically, or motto. The word slogan derives from the Irish word Schlugarum, so there's that. But and I don't care how much that costs. And then in addition to that, I'm also just gonna eat junk food if I want. Like tonight, I had Taco Bell and KFC because it's KFC Taco Bell mix. So I had a famous bowl and one of those chicken chalupas, and I was like, yeah, fuck it. Hey, whatever. I don't know. I could give a fuck, dude. I'm still lifting. I did some deadlifts before this. Then I did upper body as well. And then tomorrow I'm gonna go for a run. Congratulations, man. Thank you very much, Milk Hunter 69. It's 12 years. 12 years of MMA. 12 years of MMA and I finally got it. I finally got that bad, Larry. I was supposed to I'm trying I have a couple of videos I got to make. Maybe I can do them tomorrow cuz my day opened up just a little bit. But yeah, I'm going to see about that. I'm going to see about that. There's a good website called Binge Master. You do need an ad blocker though, because otherwise it's unusable, and there's not viruses or automatic downloads. Interesting. Interessante. Binge Master. Just going to just gonna go ahead and do that. My dad didn't know martial arts, but he definitely had a belt. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Thank you very much, Cherry Blossom, for the for the compliment. For the compliment. I gotta play some Oblivion though. If I can find where I fucking put it. I have this song stuck in my head. It's called "Tied Up Right Now" by the Parcels. And it's one of those songs where when you hear it, if you hear it, it plays in grocery stores sometimes. You might walk through a grocery store and hear it and think, "Oh, that's some black dudes that are singing this right now." But no, it's not. It's a bunch of white dudes. It's a bunch of fucking white dudes. It's a really good song though. So been playing Morrowind, been having a good time with it. Fucking got Oblivion, Age of AoE 2. I've been so mad lately because I've been losing matches that I should be winning for bullshit reasons, you know? And it's just so annoying. It's so stupid, dude. It's so fucking stupid, dude. It's like what the fuck, dude? What the fuck? Sorry, I'm just I did not like The Wire, couldn't get into it. Watched Sopranos like 7 or 8 times though. People say Sopranos is the best TV series ever. And that makes me curious because I like let me turn this down just a bit. I don't want to have to scream over it. I like all right, good. I like when there's things that have I like when there's things that have like a definitive, you know, like one of the reasons I can't get into computers is because you can't go to somebody and say, "What's the best?" and get an answer, you know? Literally you will have an easier time. Excuse me. You will have an easier time asking people who the best mixed martial artist is. There's literally an easier way to compare mixed martial artists than there is to compare computer shit, you know? Or maybe I just have a bias towards it because I understand the game, I know it, and maybe computer guys would feel the same way about MMA that I feel about computers. I don't know, it beats the hell out of me. But like, I can't go to a computer guy and be like, what's the best graphics card? They're gonna be like, well, what are you using it for? Well, I want to play video games and I want to stream. Oh, well, you got like 10 different options here, and it depends on what this thing and that thing and this thing and that thing is. And like the 5 things that they list off are things that you have no clue about, and you have to figure out those things. A situation where you look up a definition and you get 3 other words that you now need to look up for definitions and shit like that. And it's so stupid, you know? I don't know how people can get into it like that. Oh, wait, I can just do, back. Cunt in you. There's a cunt in you. The Elder Scots. Will you stream Morrowind anytime? I feel like if I stream Morrowind, I feel like I have to do a playthrough, and I'm not opposed to a playthrough necessarily, but the thing is, like, I don't know Morrowind that well as to where I feel like I could do a playthrough, you know? I've been playing it for a couple of weeks now. Oh, geez, that startled me. There's our boy. There's our boy. There's our boy. If I had a cat, this is what he'd look like. Ooh, excuse me. See, if there's one thing I'm not a big fan of, right? I like it for some things, like for quick leveling up. If you're trying to min-max something, it works. But like, I'm not the biggest fan of this for the game, specifically because it puts you in a spot, right, where I can use all strength, all speed, all agility, but then I can all of a sudden decide I want to put all of my fucking shit, my quote unquote virtues, into intelligence. And it's like I didn't use my intelligence. I'm dumb as a rock. I fucking when they asked me mustard or ketchup, I said yes. You know, like that type of shit. But apparently I'm getting smarter. Apparently I'm getting smarter. It's like, yeah, you know, it is what it is. Nah, one more. Fuck it. Fuck it. I want strength because I like to carry shit. I want to be able to carry more shit. Uh, hmm. Oh, damn. Damn, you need four virtues to go up 1 in luck. I am all set. I am all set. I have a cat that looks just like that. Chad cat. Just the constant grin. Just the constant, never-ending grin of success. I hate carrying shit. I only ever use like 2 weapons. That's me. For me, it's more about selling shit to people. You know. What am I even doing? Oh nope 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 nope. Your quests. My brother's keeper. I must accept a contract from Vicente Valtieri. Valis Odile is concerned about his sons. I was told. I was told an old priest in Kavach is losing his faith because of mysterious disappearances. I should find him. This is definitely a. This is definitely an. I mean, I would assume this is a new quest for the fact that I have never seen this in the over decade that I've been playing Oblivion, unless I've just been completely and totally like, unless I've been completely and totally fucking like stupid, which is a possibility. I'll accept a contract from Vicente. Shut your bitch ass up. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, that's right. Back the fuck up. Oh, he's got hair. He's got hair this time.
Well now, you are an ambitious one, aren't you? I'm afraid I have no more contracts for you. Our time working together has come to an end. Instead, you must report to Ochiva here in the sanctuary. She will be providing all your contracts from now on and is waiting for you as we speak. Before you go, however, I intend to make good on an offer I made some time ago. As a vampire, I may pass my gift on to others as I see fit. You have served me well, and I choose now to extend that gift to you. Shall I use my dark powers and turn you into a vampire?
DLC quest? Which DLC quest for which one specifically? Oh, yeah. I go to Kavach, I talk to that guy, and then he's like, "Oh, there's been mysterious disappearances lately, and this door opened up in the Nibbin Bay, and it seems like it's not an Oblivion gate, kind of like that, right?" I'm gonna turn into the vamp.
Here is what you
I'm gonna
must
become
do.
a vampy boy.
Simply go to sleep here in the sanctuary at any time, and I will visit you as you slumber. I will wrap you in
Bert in prison.
dark embrace. You'll never even know I was there. But when you awaken, we will be of the same blood. Once infected with vampirism, you must wait 3 days and then sleep once more. Then the dark gift will truly take hold. Sleep now and awake anew.
I'll just go ahead and sleep in your bed, huh? Darkness Eternal. Upon awaking, I discovered 2 bleeding pinpricks on my neck. It would appear Vicente Valtieri did indeed visit me last night and pass along his dark gift. If what Valtieri told me is true, my vampirism will begin to manifest itself in 3 days after I sleep once more. Come on. The Preacher. Huh. I'm trying to remember which DLC that is, because I know the Shivering Isles, I know the Knights of the Nine, and then they had a couple of other ones that were like the fucking horse armor DLC. That was like the first example of a microtransaction, and everyone was like really upset about it, rightfully so. Just gotta gotta do my thing here. My arms are so fucking big right now. I can lift iced coffee from Starbucks. I can lift my iced coffee from Starbucks with ease. Glad to see those gains are paying off, Bonjour Skeet. Did you know Jimmy made some sexy vampire roleplay? It sounded a bit like that guy, that's pretty great. Uh-oh. That's pretty fantastic. Just here we are, just awaiting. All right. Now I gotta sleep. There we go. You dream of someone sleeping peacefully in his bed when a shadowy, gaunt figure silently enters the room. Approaching the bed, the figure leans down and sinks its fangs into the sleeping person. After a few moments, the pale figure rises, blood dripping down his chin. As color flows back into the vampire's face and his features fill out, you realize the face as your own. You awake screaming. You awake coming. Can't wait to break into that thing.
Greetings. Greetings, fellow stalker of the damned. Enjoy your new gift. And don't forget to speak with Ochiva. She has a contract waiting for you.
See, I don't know if I love or hate the redesign for Vicente. I don't think I hate it. I'm just not sure if I love it. I do see you see here he understands. He understands. Um I think I like it. I think I like it. I think it fits him. I think it fits him, you know?
Spill some blood for me, dear brother.
Shut up.
Take this.
What? Huh?
It's from a friend.
I have to kill you now. You found the Dark Brotherhood sanctuary. I literally have to kill your ass.
I don't have time to talk. Hey, I don't read them. I just deliver them.
Alright, well,
I have things to do.
sorry to say.
Help! Help! I'm being...
She's damn, I shot her in the right ass cheek.
Aren't you a nug?
Thoughts on calling people brother?
Aren't you?
I don't know. I don't know what thoughts I could have. Oh man.
Aren't you a
My computer's old, so it takes it a second to, and even now it's still a little choppy. The frame rate's still a little eh. Okay. Nope. I keep forgetting how to open my inventory because I'm all like fucked up. I was told an old yeah, you know what? I'll still fuck around and I'll see like if I can't you know. I'll talk to the guy. Yo, what's going on, Wales, dude? How's it going, man? Feel like it's been a minute since I've seen you here. Where have you been? Where have you been? Oh man. You see, like, if knowing about computer shit was that easy, if knowing about computer shit was any easier, I would have a much better time. I want a quick save for just in case this is a DLC that I can't just come back from. In which case, I'm not gonna do it because I'm only level 4. But, what was I gonna say? Like, if computers were easier to understand, then I could get a graphics card and whatever else I need that would actually like benefit me. It would be good for running this game, but I don't have one, so I can't. Or I can run the game. It's just annoying.
The Imperial line is dead. The Covenant is broken. The enemy has won.
I...
The Imperial line is dead, and the gods have forsaken us. Where is our blessing? Where is our protection? Where are our gods? The enemy triumphs, and we die alone.
Been getting drunk and doing IRL shit mainly. Sounds good. Sounds fun.
The Divines are powerless to stop all these threats. Even as we speak.
Well, you play the
people are
DLCs as well?
disappearing
Yeah, I
in
plan on
hand.
playing the DLCs.
And I foresee a terrible threat. One even the gods should fear. You are a noble soul and a follower of the Nine. I am more than a humble priest and represent an order that stood for Akatosh for centuries. I feel these disappearances are an insult to Akatosh's commands. Will you investigate the ruins of Beldeburo and help us?
Sorry, I'm exiting out of a fucking thing. There we go. Alright.
Lord Dagon is the enemy. He is the Prince of Destruction, and the Daedra are his servants. The chapel is cast down, and the faithful, my friends, all dead.
Computer science has been Boston proof. You guys aren't allowed to gain knowledge. It's a conspiracy. I'll bet it is. I'll fucking bet it is.
Through talking to you.
Shut the fuck up. Where do I gotta go? Oh. Yeah, there we go. Oh, damn. That's a hike. That is a hike. Gonna have to go off the beaten path, too. I spent my day breaking down brush for pickup. It's rained for like 40 days. Can't get shit done. Yeah, it's been an especially rainy spring going into summer. Oh, damn. Going into summer at this point. Oh, headed the wrong way. See, the controls are different from Morrowind, so I keep hitting, like, to bring up my inventory, I keep right-clicking, which is what it is in Morrowind. Oh. Good one, idiot. Oh. You see, I hit space. Yeah, take that. I suppose I'll take that too. I hit space because that's the interact key in Morrowind. Oh, dude, I'm fucking straight up headed the wrong way just to try and get to this Oblivion gate. That is a really good look, though. I really like how that looks. Oh. Got him. That didn't work. Ooh, where'd I get him? Where'd I get him? Ooh. Ooh. Call me one-shot Patty. Nah. When the fuck is the Steam summer sale starting? I'm broke as fuck, gang. I need that shit to start soon. And Zachary Verrett says just begging 4chan threads. To my understanding, that's what's going on with the guy who does, oh, hey there. Ooh, did I get him too? Did I get him? Ooh, another one right through the eye. Oh, never mind, through the cheek. Anyway, yeah, fuck it. Going this way. Do we even know who this 4chan is? Yeah, who is that 4chan guy anyway? Sick. Damn, I'm already almost to level 4. Bro, this game is so insane. Elder Scrolls 6 is about to be 200 gigabytes. Yeah, if I'm having a hard time running this game, I can only imagine... I'm not going to be able to play Elder Scrolls 6. I'm going to have to get new shit to play Elder Scrolls 6. It's just going to have to happen that way. Damn, that's pretty sick. I wonder what happens if I jump on this. I do not get hurt. Oh. Right in the butt. Oh. Right in the butt. Did I get him? Did I get him? Did I get him? Right in the butt. Oh, no. Right in the head. I might have got him. Yeah, I don't know where I got him. GTA 6 is supposed to be like 300 gigabytes. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to have anything else on your computer. It's just GTA 6. That's it. That is all you have to have a GTA 6 computer. It's like I understand, you know, like you wanna make a game of that scale, it's gonna have to be like, you know, crazy like that. And I'm sure back when Doom, I'm sure back when Doom was a thing, you had fucking you know, like I'm sure they probably were like, wow, dude, that's a lot of fucking that's a lot of storage you need for this game or whatever. I'm sure they were kind of in the same place, you know. What the fuck is going on here? Oh, I want to test something out here. Oh shit. Oh, fucking I toggled collision off. Oh, man. It crashed because I was fucking around. That's alright, though. Small birds fear me. The 4chan clan is an elite group of 4chans living their lives within the Matrix. Elder Scrolls 6 New Rig Edition comes with a whole PC setup, only 6,000. Hell yeah. You are gay, you are gay, you are gay, you are gay. Alright, here we are. Oh, do I gotta fucking... Oh, I gotta talk to this guy again? This fucking piece of shit? Yeah, shut up. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Give me that. Yeah. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to fucking hear it. You fucking bitch. Go.
Imperial Lab. Where?
You shit in your own mouth for all I care.
I'm
Out of
done
my
talking
face.
to you.
Yeah, let me... Oh, no. Fuck that. It brings up commands that you can use. You see, to turn collision off, to toggle collision in Morrowind, because you like legit with Morrowind you need to know, like you need to know certain certain console commands for Morrowind, or else it'll be unplayable. Like I hired a follower. It was a mercenary in Tribunal, and he got stuck on rocks. He got stuck on a bunch of rocks and shit like that. And when he got stuck on all these rocks, fucking he wouldn't follow. There was no like when you have a follower and they get stuck and you walk into like a new building or something like that, they spawn in with you. No, they're just stuck. That's just where they are. So you have to be able to toggle collision so that they can run through the rock and then turn it back on after they're done, you know? I want to take 300 gigabytes of some ass. It's pretty great. It is pretty great. A few jiggle bites of some ass. Oh, there we go. Who the fuck is? Oh, that's a what's it called? A guard, isn't it? Imperial Legion. I mean. Then this is Rena Cross Inn. I should steal that horse and get away slower. Whoosh. Bitch ass. Oh, somebody trying to get me? Thought I heard something. All right, let's glitch our way up this hill here. See what happens when you... I suppose that's alright. That's pretty cool, I guess. I guess. Well... How did that hurt me? It was not nearly that bad. Ugh. How did that hurt me? Oh man, I wanted to see if I could hit a running shot. Damn, I keep fucking myself up. No, I got enemies nearby or something like that. Abyssinian Sea. And what's that? Akatosh or something like that? Or is that Talos? Dude, the funniest thing I saw in a long ass time was there was that guy. Oh, who's this? What's going on here? Oh. Right, bitch. That's right, bitch. Give me that. Gives me that. The funniest thing I saw in a long... Did I get hit again? Oh. I was saying, the funniest thing I've seen in a long time. Fuck it, I'll take some Mandrake. The funniest thing I've seen in a long time was the Prophet in Skyrim. I think he's in Whiterun or something like that. He's talking about Talos, and he's doing fucking Fortnite dances. It was just something about that juxtaposition was like the best thing. Wait, so what the hell am I supposed to do in this place? Oh, duh. Oh, whoop. Arrived near Beldeburo, but nothing looks suspicious outside. I should check inside the ruins themselves. So, yay. Oh. Hello. Stealth archery. The build of champions. Oh. What the hell? My chat just went blank out of nowhere, and now I can't access any of the What the hell? I don't know what the hell that was. My chat went blank. Oh. I'll take that. I don't know what the deal was with that, but it's good now. Like I still can't see anything before what Zachary just said. Damn. I used to be a zombie like you till I took an arrow to the elbow. No way, says Scott, save us. No. Ah. Oh, there. Mine was better. What an idiot. What a dummy. That. Don't need the iron arrow. Fuck that shit. Oh. Hello. Suppose I'll take that. Oh, hi. My apparel is about to break. Do I have any, I don't think I even can. I don't think I can even... Why do I have this? Yeah. I guess I can. Oh, damn. That sucks. Break chance high. That's interesting. The idea that I might end up breaking it. That's, breaking this. Breaking this. Okay, alright. Well, I'm gonna have to repair this shrouded armor at some point. Looks like somebody might be down there. Somebody I might have to kill. Ah. How did these guys move around their own city? What is your character in Morrowind? My character is a Dunmer. Because, you know, that's... At the very least, the first playthrough that I play, I like to make sure that I play with whatever the native race would be. You know? If it makes sense what I'm saying there. And, have you gotten your wife a Labubu doll? I don't know what the hell a Labubu doll is. What even is that? Oh. Nailed him. Spoon, bone meal. A bowl, and then the bone meal is in the bowl. Interesting. Lesser soul gem. Petty soul gem. Nah, I'm good. Damn. Should sleep because I leveled up again. Everything you do is just a bit easier, more instinctive, more satisfying. It is as though you had suddenly developed keen senses and instincts. Fuck it. And then... Alright. Alright, where the hell are all these assholes? Seems like I gotta go that way. Argonian would have been a funnier race for the Nerevar, just saying. I'm sure it would be. I like how the Khajiits run around in whatever it's called, Morrowind. I like their builds and the way they have to, like, run, like, weird. Powerful magic is preventing me from going further. I should tell my findings to Ilav. It's girl slop, female Funko Pop. Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm fucking sure it is. I don't like it. I don't like anything that I don't like anything that's girly, and I don't mean like ew pink, ew no, but I'm a boy. Ew, ew. I don't mean that. What I mean is like Mean Girls, you know, like pecking order type shit, you know? Like I don't know about you guys. I've only been to one high school in my entire life, but like there was obviously people who were good at sports and they were popular and they got invited to parties. That was me. That was totally me. I was good at sports, but fucking I was too fucked up to be invited to parties. Anyway, like there was there were women who were just bitches and things like that. Yeah, fine, but there was never like a fucking like Mean Girls, like we're the popular girls, this is the popular clique, only the popular girls are allowed in this popular clique, ha ha ha. Like that shit's so fucking annoying to me. You know, this whole like, oh my god, Jessica is wearing like white after Labor Day, oh my gosh, what a cheap hoe, like that type of shit. Like that stuff is disgusting to me, and I think women need to be like pushed away from that, because like one of the things that's happened over time is women have been pushed towards being stupid like that. Women have been pushed towards like taking Mean Girls movies too seriously. They've been pushed towards like believing there's some kind of pecking order to be had among themselves that is more important than anything else in the world. Like it's basically the inversion of like a lot of the shit that incels talk about, except it's for like women, and that's not really the best. That's not really the best way to put it, actually. Now that I'm like saying that out loud, that's not really a good way to put it. My husband got me this present, or my boyfriend got me this present. That means I'm the better woman, like that type of shit. If it makes sense, like me and Letty, no more beef between us. I'd gladly be around her again. I'd gladly be in the same room as her and like have to work with her or just hang out with her again. I'm totally fine with that, right? But like being a girl's girl, if that makes sense. Or like another example, season 1, right, where Betty went to the season 1 house and they had like, I remember this specifically because it put me off so much. It put me off so much because it's a great example. Betty is talking shit about Letty during season 1, and she ends up saying some shit like I could wear everything in her closet better than she could, like something like that. And it's just the type of shit that's, like, so stupid, like, only girls would give a fuck. You know, like, oh, that is... Something like that is so stupid that the only people who could give a fuck about it would be women in the first place. You know, like that type of shit. Um, Women shouldn't know other women exist for their own mental health. Yes, yes. Um, but like, I like it's tough to explain what I'm talking about because like I know what like you, baby. I was talking about this the other day. Like something that really like I find to be very stupid is women who are like obsessed with the pecking order. Women who like we were watching that movie about like the 1980s prom, and they were like oh yeah, it was like the mean girl and her wolf pack and shit like that, and like it had like a dossier on like who each chick was. Like when has there ever been a high school where that kind of thing has happened? Like never. It's never that serious. It's like that's not how people are, you know? But I feel like women watch movies like that and they're like, "Oh my gosh, that's like my life. Like I'm the protagonist and like I'm totally not one of the mean girl bitches." And like the mean girl bitches at my high school totally deserve to get murdered. You know, like I feel like that's the type of thing that happens, and it's so disgusting because it teaches women that like there's something to do other than try to be like good wives and mothers, you know. And it's not like, oh, there's something. It's not even like, oh, hey, you can have a career. It's not even that. It's literally just like you can be a girlier girl than that girl. You know, you're a girlier girl than that girl. You're the girliest girl, so that means you're the best. And that betch is actually the worst. And she's only popular because she's rich or something like that. And but you're the girlier girl, and you could wear her clothes better than she could because she's a betch. You know, it's like women should be being taught like, hey, don't be 30 and unmarried. That's what women should be being taught. They shouldn't be being taught like, hey, you should totally take down the mean girls. It's like, first off, the mean girls don't exist. That's not a thing.
No.
You know, second off, like all right, you took down the mean girls. Congratulations. You graduate next month. Where do you go from here? You took down the mean girls and you only get to be Little Miss Popular for another month. And now you're going to go out into the world, and what, that's going to be your thing when you go out on dates is like, actually, I took down the mean girls at my high school. It's like, no, you can't cook, you can't clean, you can't be like around somebody without them being like, yo, what the fuck, like, get away from me. You know, you're like a cracked out freak, and all because you were like, I'm a girly girl. And it's like, no, you know,
Yeah.
it's like women who are obsessed with pink princess shit. You know, like that's like the most extreme version of it, you know? Like girls who are obsessed with like Disney princesses, and they like have they're 25 and their rooms are all pink and like lace and shit like that and frilly. You know, it's like never grew up past the age of like 10. It's like it's such a weird thing and I hate it, you know? Fuck him. I don't know. Letty will find a nice, rich fish tank fan just like Brian did. Fucking, I don't know about these other women though. LOL. Yeah, if only I found a rich fish tank fan. If only I did. Baby. I love you. You're my best pal. No, you hate me. Anyway, Letty should marry a South African farmer and start living like a Boer, but in Atlanta. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. All right, pussy.
Why have our gods forsaken us?
But yeah, like there's plenty of situations that, or there's plenty of things that have led to the situation that we're in with dating and, you know, with women and things like that. And that's one of the lesser talked about pieces because one, it's hard to articulate, right? But then two, like it's easier to focus on like, oh, and women think they can just divorce whenever they want. It's easier to think about that. That fits better in a YouTube video than talking about like princess disorder or like mean girls pecking order disorder. Not, when I say disorder, what I mean is like, a pathology, if you will, and that's the cause of it, is like teaching women that they are inherently divorced from what they were put on the world to do, which is to get married, have children, be a companion. Just like men are put on this earth to get married, have children, be a companion, and also do other things on top of that, like make the bread. Like I do, right, baby?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I make all the money. All the time. She she just got home from work. She's like, I'm going to fucking kill you. I will kill you. Oh, man. Enemy.
Lord Dagon,
Oh,
the chap
go,
the
go,
enemy.
go fuck yourself. Oh, powerful magic.
By Akatosh's grace, what you describe is a time wound. A few years ago, an Elder Scroll was stolen from my order. Only this relic would be powerful enough to pervert the laws of Mundus to this extent. You must retrieve it at all costs, hero. The time wound has not fully opened yet.
I have to get a
I
fucking
will
Elder
give you
Scroll
the
right now?
Order's blessing. This should allow you to breach the barrier, but the rest is up to you.
Ask her when she's getting her
Very
black
hero.
belt. When are you getting your black
Whoever is
belt, baby?
behind this will be a force to be reckoned with.
In 20 years.
In 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
What was I gonna say? She tried one jujitsu match, right? And I had her go with this dude who was like mad short. He was like, I was gonna ask her how tall she thought he was. You remember the guy you went with, right? And how he was literally shorter than you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he fucking bounced your head off the ground like a fucking asshole.
My head.
Yeah, like one of those guys who, like, I figured I could trust him to not try and kill people. I figured that when he's going with a woman, he wouldn't try and kill her. And instead, what he did, I was showing a move, I had them do the move, and he did it wrong, and my wife hit her head on the ground. And she didn't get a concussion or anything like that, but that was just kind of one of those things where she's like, all right, I've already had enough of this. I don't want to do this, And, like, she never came back to jujitsu, which is, like, literally just short man syndrome. Like, dude, short, like, my wife is, what are you, like, 5'2", 5'3", baby?
Yes.
Yeah, this dude was shorter than her, so he was probably, like, 5 foot even. I shit you not, It was, like, the craziest fucking shit. My chat about Kazakhstani scientists won't go through. Oh, man, that sucks. Oh, well, you know what the top scientists in Kazakhstan say about women having 60% smaller brains? I'd say that's an underestimation. I love talking shit when my wife's around because I know she's like, go fuck yourself. Even when she's not saying anything, I know she's like, shut the fuck up. I used to talk shit about women and she'd be like, date man. Oh yeah, baby, you want me to leave you for a man? Is that what you're saying? Date a man. Go ahead. Date a man. You can date John from Fish Tank. Fuck that guy for making her feel small. I don't think he could have made anyone feel small. I just think it was a situation where she was like, all right, I'm already getting my head slammed into things. I don't feel like doing this anymore. Is really what it was.
And I'm claustrophobic. I didn't like, that he was on my face.
Yeah. Iliv's blessing allowed me to go past the magic that blocked me. Time to face whoever is messing with time itself. Time, capital T. Interesting. Oh, somebody's here. Oh. What up, pussy? Oh, damn. I got nailed. Yeah, that's like the worst is when you have like a shitty training partner though. Like, whoops. Whoopsies. Whoops. Damn. Oh. Fuck. Anyway, that's the worst when you have a shitty training partner, you know? Like my thumb is still fucked up. My thumb is still a little bit fucked up, right? I'm rolling with this guy. He's this big ass dude. He's about my size. And all he does is try to crush you. But the thing is, me at the time I was still a brown belt. This is a couple weeks ago, you know. Me being a brown belt, I know how to deal with that. Fucking like he's the kind of guy where he is going to play safely. He's going to play by the rules for as long as he's winning. But as soon as he starts to feel any kind of pressure, I don't know if it's panic. I don't know if it's that he's just a sore loser. It could be either. I'll be honest with you. It could be either the way I see it. But the second he starts feeling the pressure, he tries to compensate for not being as good as the other guy by fighting dirty, you know? He's sitting here grabbing my fingers and like fucking, you know, holding on to him and shit like that. And this is after we've told him multiple times, no grabbing fingers, no grabbing fingers, no grabbing fingers. Me, like, I was just at a point where it's like, I know this is the way he does shit, and I can't tell this guy to not come back because that'll cause issues between me and my coach. Literally, there's a guy on Twitter from my area who I followed, and he followed me back, and I asked him for a piece of advice for when I do start my own gym. And he said, kick out the psychos early and often. Like, don't let weirdos be weird in your gym and shit like that. Don't let the guy who, like, mashes your face into the mat for no reason. Like, don't let that guy hang around, you know? And that's what this dude's doing. That's what this dude's doing, you know? But regardless, like, regardless of what the reason is, he's doing it. Whether it's an innocent reason, whether it's not so innocent of a reason, it's still happening, so that's not cool. He's fucking grabbing my fingers and shit like that, and like for weeks, for like a couple of weeks, my thumb has been like a little bit like fucked up, you know? We're rolling no gi, so you're not allowed to grab the other person's clothing. What's he do? He immediately grabs my fucking pants as like a second, not minutes, but literally like he asks, "Oh, I'm not allowed to grab clothing, am I?" My coach is like, "No, you're not allowed to grab clothing." What's he do? What? Grabs my fucking pants 2 seconds after being told that. You know, like that type of shit. It was like I was seriously about to break his fingers because I got to a point where I was on bottom in guard, and I was like, you know what, fuck it. I grabbed his hand and I started trying to wrist lock him, just to be a bit of a dick, and instead of this way, he ended up bending his arm, so I ended up pulling him this way. So I was like sitting here wrenching his fingers back, like waiting for the tap, and it didn't come. And I was going to keep on going and keep on going and keep on going and keep on going. But the bell rang, you know? I was just like, fuck that. Fuck this shit. Fuck this guy, you know? Vice Principal Dono? Who's Vice Principal Dono? These Aelid crypts are the same thing compared to Skyrim's Draugr tombs or Morrowind's Dwemer ruins. Kind of boring and repetitive. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. I found a Dwemer ruin in Morrowind, and I didn't even bother with it because I've played enough Oblivion and enough Skyrim as to where I know what those, like, not specifically the Dwemer ones, although you can find Dwemer ruins in Morrowind, not Morrowind, Skyrim, but like I know what those are by now, so I was just like, oh great, you know. Well, we got a fucking necromancer here. Is that who did this? Whoa. Hey there. Well. This must be a necromancer. I want to see what happens if I stand on this. Nope, nothing. What happens if you tell him you aren't going to spar with him? I'll be honest with you, I get shamed by my coach. Oh. Is it? No, that's a lich of some kind. It's Corellian. I just fucking nailed him. Corellian's Diary, as well as an Elder Scroll. I took the Elder Scroll from the Lich. I must keep it with me at all times and bring it back to Ilav as soon as possible. I want to see what happens if I try and open it. What am I doing? Yeah, I'll get shamed by my coach if I do that. You know, like he's never had my back on situations like that. It always ends up being, oh well, just learn how to roll with people like that. And it's like, you don't learn how to roll with people like that. Fucking like like what? I'm supposed to just let him win every roll. I'm supposed to let him have every single roll. Because like the second I start to do well, oh, interesting. The second I start to do well, he's gonna start trying to wrench my fingers. He's gonna grab my pants when he's not supposed to grab my pants. He's gonna do all this other shit, and it's just a situation where it's like I have to sacrifice myself, and like, yeah, I'm pausing so you know I'm about to go on a thing. Like, this is something I want to be very careful with about my kids, because my entire life I've been told that same kind of thing. Like, whoa, hey, slow down, don't go as fast. Think about everybody else. Let everybody else keep up with you. Go easy on this person. They're gonna try and kill you, but you gotta go easy on them. Take it easy. Don't go as hard as you can. Don't go for the gusto. Don't try to win. Let everybody else have their way. I was told that by so many different fucking people. My coach is not new. My coach is not new in this regard. And I internalized that. I internalized that for a long time in my life. Only over the last it's been longer than 3, like 5 to 6, maybe 7 years. Only over the last however many years have I been able to kind of turn that around and be like, no, I gotta really go for it if I'm gonna fucking do it, you know? I can't go out there just to be like, oh, well, you know, I shouldn't try that hard. Like, that's not the way it is, you know? And, I for a long time had what I've kind of termed second place syndrome, where it's you know, you kind of get comfortable with the idea of never being at the top, never being the overall winner. You're just happy to have been there. If you get second or third place, that's practically like first place to you, right? And what'll happen, the way that this comes about in a child's life, and I've seen it in so many other people out there, and I try my best to help people with these situations, but like, the way that comes about in a child's life is when he's constantly told, no, 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 no. Don't tell the asshole that he's an asshole. Just learn to live with him. Just learn to live with the asshole. Make yourself smaller so that the asshole can make himself bigger. And then if you get comfortable, make yourself even smaller. And then the asshole will make himself even bigger. And just keep on shrinking. Keep on shrinking. And it's all good. Don't ever say anything. Don't ever do anything. Don't ever freak out on the guy even when he deserves it. Don't ever tell him, hey, you're being an asshole. I'm not gonna go with you anymore if you keep doing that. Don't ever walk away from somebody who's being a dickhead. Don't ever do that. No. Stick around and put up with them and deal with them. That's how that is caused in a child's life, and that's what happened with me for the majority of my life so far. Like I said, it's been probably 5, 6, 7 years since I've had that revelation, and I've been like, hey, let's really start to like push back against that, you know. And now I have a you know, there's a will that I have now that did not exist back then, you know. I don't give up as easily, and I can actually go for the gusto and come out on top in like, you know, a more just a better way, you know. But it's a little bit late for that, isn't it? I'm fucking 30, you know. It's not like I was completely and totally incapable of living my life prior to, you know, I could hold a job, I could stick up for myself and things like that. But the point that I would start sticking up for myself and the people that I would stick up for myself against, it's like only the most severe offenses. Excuse me. Anything before that line, like say a guy at the gym who's being a fucking bitch, a guy at the gym who's being an asshole, etc., etc. I'd just be like, oh well, he's trying to kill me, so I should just like relax and like, you know, just make myself smaller to create room, you know. Um, and it's just not good, you know. It's not good. I want to make sure my kids don't have the same pathologies forced upon them, and some of those are societal, but then also some of those were specific to me, where I had parents who were like that, I had teachers who were like that, I had a coach who was like that, you know. Oh, this guy's gonna try and kill you, take it easy on him. And it's like, no, if he's trying to kill me, like, I can take it easy on this guy without letting him kill me, you know. Like, fucking, it's not how it works, you know? The winner mindset has to be constant. The best athletes think they will win even as they lose horribly, and probably bleeds into other places in their lives. I'm sure there is a golden medium. Oh yeah, of course. Of course. You know, rolling on the mat with DMV employees. Oh boy. Bug him. Um Oh, Vice Principal Dono. Oh, yeah. The early and often thing, the school bully one. Yeah. I didn't know that was his name. Fucking Vice Principal Dono. Um, but yeah, it's Jordan Peterson is a joke, right? He has become a joke, and the reason why he's become a joke is because he huffs his own farts. He doesn't. That atheist guy who called him nothing was correct. Jordan Peterson is nothing masquerading as something. And because of that, he has started to huff his own farts. And even though there's no actual underlying foundation to a lot of the things he says, other than like lobsters or whatever, right? Whatever bullshit he decides to throw in his books and stuff like that, there's no actual metaphysical foundation or even just like an understanding of the metaphysical or whatever, right? There's no foundation, there's no underlying anything to him other than I'm an intellectual, and because of that he has huffed his own farts for so long that now when he talks like this and like that. He takes long pauses after you say something to him to make it seem like he's deep in thought. And then he says something in a very stoic, very resolute, very non-verbose, but still very communicative manner. And then when you respond to him saying whatever you're saying, he responds with some kind of, no, actually, I think you have that wrong. I think you're misunderstanding me. Read more. Like that's Jordan Peterson, right? But one thing that I did hear from Jordan Peterson, maybe it was definitely back before he was a fucking joke. But one thing I did hear from them that and it helped me. It helped me to deal with what I'm talking about, that whole second place syndrome thing. It helped me to deal with it was you cannot teach an aggressive child to not be aggressive. It simply will not work. You can only teach him to control it, right? Now, me, I'm not a naturally aggressive person, but I've always had the ability to turn it on when need be, you know? So I've always actually been very controlled. Maybe not all the time. Maybe when I was like a young child, maybe I was aggressive and all that other stuff, and you know, I wasn't very controlled, but I was a young child, you know. But like I've always been very controlled is the bottom line. And even though I've been controlled, whenever I have used aggression in a positive way, in a way that was actually like appropriate. Even when I use aggression in an appropriate way, I would still have somebody somewhere trying to be like, you shouldn't have done that. You're not supposed to do this. You're not supposed to say that. You shouldn't be that way. You can't get angry. You can't get angry. You can't get angry. You know, and it's disgusting, you know. I realized that it would have been better if I was aggressive as fuck my entire life and then I learned to control it later on, you know? And I would rather my children be born and, like, I would rather push them into aggression but then give them the tools to control it, you know? Because that's the way a winner is created, you know? You have to have an aggressive child and teach him how to control it and how to hone it so that it can actually be a good tool, you know? That's something that I've learned about my anger, is that my anger is not bad, because, you know, my anger is, like, severe when I do get angry, you know? It's not bad. It's just I need to control it, you know? If somebody broke into my apartment right now, I'd get really fucking angry about that and I'd fight them over it, and that's a good thing. It's a good thing that I got angry. It's a good thing that I was foaming at the mouth and shit like that. Because this guy broke into my apartment with bad intentions, probably to try and do some kind of harm to me or my family or something like that, you know? But yeah, you know, it's just crazy. It's just fucking crazy the way the world is, and the way you're expected to be as a person in this world, specifically a man, and specifically a white man, you know? Um it's just, it's insane. It's insane, you know? Oh. You know, whatever you do, if you are like me, if you are like me, where you had that forced upon you, you know, you got to break out of that, and you also got to make sure your children don't end up like that as well, you know, because that is the worst thing that could ever happen to you, is specifically as a man. You know, if you're a woman, it's like, whatever, people like meek women, you know, but you cannot have that inside. Dude, there's got to be a way I can get out of here without having to go through there. Oh, duh. I can hop over here. Oh, yeah, duh. Yeah, that's literally the worst thing that could ever happen to you. Yeah. Alright, cool. I only started getting angry at stuff later in life and working on learning to laugh shit off. Yeah. I mean, anger doesn't always have to resolve, involve, like, you screaming and yelling and shit like that, you know? Like, you know, anger is a powerful emotion. Like, a lot of other emotions are powerless emotions. Anger is a powerful emotion, and that's why people are afraid of anger, is because when somebody gets angry, it pushes them to do things. Now, are those things always the best things to do? No, of course not. But the point is, it causes people to do things. It threatens the status quo of whatever happens to be going on. Sadness is perfectly fine. You can be sad, because sadness is a helpless emotion. It's just boo-hoo, 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 oh, boo-hoo, oh, I'm so sad, oh, boo-hoo. That's sadness, you know? So that's why sadness is acceptable, but anger is not. The second you feel any kind of anger that is not an approved anger about an approved thing, all of a sudden you are on a watch list or something like that, you know? And that's because your anger may threaten the status quo. It's crazy that you're saying this. This is a realization I came to like a week ago. Cock, washed, room, clean. Cock, washed, room, cleaned. Israel, protected. Israel better be protected. That's our greatest ally you're talking about. Oh yeah, fuck. I wanna see what happens if I. No, you idiot. No. I want to see what happens if I open that Elder Scroll. Yeah, like, I know I'm not the only guy. I know for a fact I'm not the only guy who ended up like that. I'm not the only one. I know it. There's tons and tons of guys, specifically tons of white guys, because white people in particular are told, hey, like, sit down and get put on the back burner on purpose so that somebody else can stand up, and, you know, even though they're not as good as you or something like that. You know, like, it happens a lot, you know? And it doesn't surprise me. I would assume you're white, Bonjour Skeet. It wouldn't surprise me that another dude, specifically a white one, would, like, end up like that too, you know? And I'm not saying it only happens to white people. I'm just saying that, like, I've noticed that, like, there's a pattern there, you know? Where through a combination of the feminization of, like, the family unit, as well as the way that the world has bared down upon a specific group of people, that it wouldn't surprise me to find that most of the people who have what I term to be second place syndrome just happen to be like me, white dudes, you know? Oh, excuse me. For me, I had to get angry in order to get a few things accomplished, but those are done. So now I'm working to undo that. Like when you come home from a war or whatever, that makes a little bit of sense, Zachary. No, I'm actually Jamaican. Jamaica, Jamaica. I'm in Jamaica right now. Oh man, I got about 10 minutes till I get out of here. I'm gonna take a look at this Elder Scroll. Oh, interesting. Oh. You see, in Skyrim, if you try and take a look at the Elder Scroll, it fucking blinds you a little bit. I think this is how it was in the previous generation. I think this is how it was in in previous generations, and it died out over time. I don't know exactly what you're referring to. If you mean like second place syndrome, or like something else that was related to that, you know, specifically about like anger or something like that, you know. Because like it used to be expected that you would get angry about things, and that you would be like, you'd walk into a place and you'd be like, look here, look here, man, you know, I'm not gonna let you talk to me like that. Like that was considered to be like a normal thing, to like walk into a place and be like, I'm not gonna let you talk to me like that. Fucking hey daddy-o, you're not gonna talk to me like that. You better show me some respect. Like that. There's a gate to Oblivion, but I closed it. What was I gonna say? I should just kill this guy. I should just fucking murk him. It was expected, is the bottom line, that you would have that kind of backbone, and nobody would hold it against you. Nobody would be like, oh man, that guy has anger issues, we better call the police to come to his house and check on him. If you did that, the police would be like, well, I mean, you know, that's Dale, and he's a nice guy, you know, he probably just felt disrespected. Maybe you should be careful how you speak to Dale, you know? It's not like he came in with a gun or anything, right? He just came in and said, hey, you're not going to disrespect me like that, you know? Fuck him. Now, you listen here, bub. Fuck him. But now if you do that, you know, the second you do that now, you're getting hung up on, you're getting told, I'm not going to listen to that. You're getting kicked out of a place. You walk into a place, like literally, fucking, we're moving into the old apartment that we just moved out of, and fucking, like, that happened with the U-Haul place. Like, I walk in, this lady's like, hi, what can I do for you? That's just her attitude, is, hi, what can I do for you? Like that. And I end up trying to get a U-Haul, and like there was a slight misunderstanding about, like, I thought it was time to insert my card into the reader, but it wasn't. And instead of her being like, oh, you need to take your card out because if it's inserted when I hit this next button, it's not going to work. Instead of being like that, she reaches around, yanks my card out, and slaps it on the counter and is like, you put it in too early. That was her attitude. And I fucking sat there and I argued it out with her. And I thought, like, I finally got the fucking U-Haul, and I got it for free, but only after I had to complain to the person who was above her, and that person called me and had the audacity to be like, oh, that's just Sherry. That's her real name. That's her real fucking name. That's just Sherry. You know, I've known her for over 10 years. She can be flat sometimes. Trying to basically be like, actually, it's your fault. That's just Sherry. That's just Sherry. That's just how she is. Again, make yourself smaller so that an asshole can make themselves bigger. And when she said that, I was like, no, this wasn't flat. This was just rude, man. Like, it's rude, and I'm not putting up with that. What are you going to do to make this work? What are you going to do to make this better? And she was like, well, I can give you a discount. I was like, fine, deal. Give me my fucking money back, you know? It's like, it's gross, you know? It's bureaucracy. It's inhumane. And since the corporate world adopted that bureaucracy, specifically after COVID, when all these fucking losers all of a sudden felt like they had the authority to start telling people what to do, You know, now you can't get good help anywhere, and you're supposed to be like, well, golly, I guess I am an asshole. Oh man, I guess I'm just a big old I'm a big old meanie. I'm a big old meanie face. I'm a stupid asshole because I wanted to rent a U-Haul. I should have known she was having a bad day, and I shouldn't have came into U-Haul that day. It's like, fucking kill yourself, Sherry. Fucking holy shit.
I felt it. The flow of time is now once more in accordance with Akatosh's rules. This is truly a heroic
I'm talking
feat,
about
and I feel that, with your help, we might prevail against the enemy. You are a true champion to the Nines, and you shall be rewarded. You are hereby made a Paladin of the Hour, and shall receive weapons and gear befitting the hero of Akatosh.
why?
What do you want?
What do you want? Let's see about an
Very
arm.
well.
Let's see about a weapon.
Which category?
I like
Which
blades.
type of blade weapon would you like?
Ooh, should I go short sword or dagger? I feel like I should do short sword.
Here's your item.
I can do all of them.
Anything else?
Yeah, I'll take the dagger then.
Here's your item, Paladin. Anything else?
Yeah, God forbid you exist to some people. Exactly, you know?
Naturally.
Like, some people are just upset they gotta work for a living, you know? And it's
care.
like, look, I get it. I don't exactly love working either. That's why I take the summers off in the first place. I had to go in for a union meeting and they tried to get me to work. They were like, oh, we misunderstood something. We didn't know you weren't going to be working the entire summer. We thought we thought you were just like taking a couple of weeks off. When did I ever say that? We scheduled you by mistake, but if you want the hours, you can have them if you'd like them. And I was like, nah. I was like, no thanks. I'm all set. Thank you though. Like, nobody likes working, but like to make your bad day somebody else's bad day, it used to be understood that that was a very rude fucking thing. That was like one of the worst things you could do to a stranger, is make your bad day their bad day. But there's so many people here who, because they are losers who never had any ambitions, that they actually fucking tried their best to achieve, because they're nothing people, much like Jordan Peterson. They're bud men. They're fucking they're the kinds of people, they go to work at their retail job, and they come home and they have 16 more hours in the day, and they use 8 to 16 of those hours to like smoke weed or to drink or to like watch Netflix, to do nothing generative, to do nothing positive for themselves. And now they're mad at me. Now they're mad at me because I came into their job expecting them to do their job, not even with a smile on their face. I don't expect, hey there, Mr. Sullivan. I sure am glad you came in. I don't expect fucking house Negro, you know. Oh well, hi there, Mrs. Sullivan. Hi. Well, how are you doing today, Mrs. Sullivan? I don't expect that. I just want a hi. What can I do for you? Oh, okay, yeah, I'll get you a U-Haul. Oh, you stuck your card in. It's a little bit early for that. Why don't you take it out? Because if I hit this next button, it's going to screw the entire transaction up. Just take it out for a second, you put it back in a second. It's all good. That's all I want. You don't even have to smile. Just don't take that fucking tone with me, and don't touch my property. Yank it and fucking throw it on the fucking counter and be like, oh, you put it in too early. It's like, you fucking bitch. You deserve the misery. You are deserving of every ounce of misery that you have ever gotten, because that's your entire attitude. You know? It's like, holy fuck, man. That awkward moment when you trade 30 years for your time and your health, and you look down at your paycheck and it's half of what you thought. Yep. My Jamaican village neighbors aren't gonna like this clip. I'm sure they won't, Bonjour Skeet. I'm sure they won't. That's what it's like in the Midwest, but people are fake nice. I'd literally rather have fake nice. You know, I would literally rather have fake nice. I go to a grocery store, walk in the line. I'm like, what's going on? The fucking like 17-year-old bitch with like one of those fucking socks, one of those head socks that fucking ghetto bitches wear now. Well, one of the chicks in the Binks video when Binks got attacked by the fucking by the asylum seekers in Rotterdam. Fucking they one of those bitches was wearing one. Fucking she's wearing one of those at her job. You know, one of those fucking head cap sock things, looking like Double D from Ed, Ed and Eddie. She just looks at me like, and then she starts scanning my shit. And my first thought was, she probably doesn't speak a ton of English, which is weird because she looks like she's from here. People who were born outside of America have a certain look to them versus people who were born in America. I can literally tell you the difference between a Brazilian born in Brazil and a Brazilian born here, and I don't have to listen to them speak. I can just tell you from the look in their eyes, you know? Fucking, there's just something different, you know? Just like how if I went to Brazil, they'd know I'm not from around there, and it's not just because I'm pale white. There's plenty of, like, pale white Brazilians, like, everywhere in the country. But, like, fucking, I'm sitting here like, maybe she just doesn't understand English. And then, like, I fucking put my card in. She didn't tell me the total. I put my card in. I fucking grabbed my bags. And as I'm leaving, she's like, thank you. And I was just like, and whatever. I just fucking walked off. It's like she, like, clearly just the average American teenager. You know, maybe not the average American teenager. You know, I don't want to be a boomer. I'm a little bit young to start being a boomer right now, but like, it's just so stupid, dude. It's so fucking dumb. You know, I would rather have fake nicety because at the very least I can like also be nice back and I can pretend like there was niceness because it's not like we're best buds or anything like that. I can be around you for 30 seconds to a minute while I get my groceries and I leave and then completely and totally forget that you exist, just like you're gonna do with me. But at the very least, my day is not made worse. At the very least, I don't remember you like I remember that one fucking cashier bitch because she was a bitch. Or literally, it's been well over 2 years since I met Sherry. Sherry from U-Haul. It's been well over 2 years, and I still remember her name. I still remember the way she looks. You know why? Because she was that much of a bitch. And when I think of her, I don't think, I wonder how Sherry's doing. I think Sherry's doing bad, and she fucking deserves it. I think that chick at the fucking grocery store, she's probably doing bad, and she deserves it. She fucking deserves it. You know? It's just gross, man. Some people are just so fucking gross about it, you know? I've been around many kinds of people, almost everyone. The rudest people you can be around are native Israelis. Something about missiles falling on you turns you into an asshole. Yeah, I'm sure it's just the missiles thing. I'm sure it's not anything where they think that they're better than everybody else around them because of their religion or anything. It's definitely not that. It's got to be the Palestinian missiles, you know. Oh, Thieves Guild shit. Okay, all right. Well, I gotta speak to fucking Ochiva? Really? Am I close by? Am I close by? You know what? Actually, no. I wanted to have a quick stream today, guys. You know, I apologize for not streaming a little bit longer in general, as well as with oh, the West Weald. All right. I apologize for not streaming a little bit longer with Oblivion as well as in general, you know, but I do gotta get out of here. I gotta annoy my wife a little bit before she goes to bed, and, you know, I got some other stuff that I gotta try and take care of to the best of my ability, so I will catch you guys later. Alright, gonna go ahead, exit this game, hit there, But yeah, anyway, I will catch you guys later. Thank you so much for being here. All right, and peace out. Quirt, the next stream is going to be Friday. The next stream is going to be Friday around 9. But it might be a little bit later, a little bit earlier. It really all depends on some things that I have going on. I'm trying, not only am I trying to lose weight, I'm seriously considering competing at black belt. And when it comes to a jiu-jitsu tournament, when you are a black belt, you don't just get to sign up and compete. That's not the way it works. You gotta really put in the time and the fucking energy, because you can get hurt a lot easier with a black belt who's going competition pace than even a white belt who's going competition pace, you know. So like I'm trying to figure out a regimen other than just lifting and running every other day, where I can get some rolls in, so that even if I do lose, I won't have gotten like my shit pushed in as bad, you know. So I'm gonna see what I'm gonna see what I can get. But right now, the next stream is going to be Friday around 9 p.m. All right, but I will catch you guys later. Peace out.